Arknights Endfield is, without a doubt, one of the prettiest games around. But what if I told you that a lot of the most striking parts of Enfield's aesthetic and overall vibe can find its origin in one of the original Arknights' greatest events, whose plot can be summarized with a single line: Good night, Terra. Arknights Endfield recently held their Etchings of Our Cosmic Dreams event, which added Chiming Station to the orbit of Dijon and was held to celebrate a space science and technology exhibition in Chengdu, China. But aside from the rewards and cool new set dressing, there was one part of the event which stood out to me and many other original Arknights players. When you walk up to a certain corridor, this starts playing. What you're hearing right now is the lobby theme for the event Lone Trail from Arknights. And when I tell you that I got emotional and teary when I heard this, I am not exaggerating in the slightest, as Lone Trail is one of the best stories ever put to digital paper. But it got me thinking. Arknights Endfield has so much Lone Trail DNA in it. From the aesthetics to the vibe of exploration and the implications left from Lone Trail's story. So let's take a look back at the story of Kirsten Wright's final voyage and how it impacts the themes of Arknights Endfield.
They would never know. When we raise our eyes, the dome we shall gaze through.
Lone Trail takes place on Terra. Kinda weird that we have to clarify that now. And takes place in the year 1099. A lot of different things happen in the story. From the Doctor finding out more about his past as a truly ancient person, to Rosmontis getting to learn about her origin. But to stop this from getting too confusing, we'll focus on Kirsten Wright and her mission to pierce the sky, so I'm gonna gloss over a lot of things. Kirsten is the head of Rhine Lab, one of the most important science and research institutes in Columbia, and has gone missing. Not kidnapped or something. Kirsten has disappeared from the public eye and multiple parties, including the military and her former colleagues, are trying to track her down. This search only intensifies when a fucking burning wreckage plummets through the sky and crashes into a chemical plant located in Trimans, the city where Rhine Labs is based. It's discovered that said wreckage is part of a prototype test flight for Columbia's Horizon Arc project, a collaboration between the Department of Defense and Rhine Lab to develop a superweapon. It appears that Kirsten has taken control of the Horizon Arc project. But for what goal? Sell the superweapon to another country? Blow up the city? Whatever the case, everyone is now scrambling to find this rogue genius. After some other shenanigans that include dancing with an elf, Kirsten manages to launch the Horizon Arc project, with the ring-shaped laboratory Arc-01 rising from the ground and soon reaching higher than most objects usually get on Terra. After some more plots, including the reveal that the Horizon Arc project is semi-powered by ancient tech and that some ancient being knows the Doctor, many of Kirsten's old colleagues and enemies find themselves on the Arc-01, trying to find her or to protect her from her pursuers. Eventually, however, the Horizon Arc project reveals its true purpose to the entire world. Not a superweapon built by Kirsten to destroy nations, but to avenge her parents. Pioneers who sought to explore the skies but somehow crashed against the ceiling of the world. Kirsten wanted to show the world what truly lies beyond this fake sky of Terra. As a huge energy beam pierces the sky, its ripples are seen throughout Terra as a huge hole is burned through what we now call the star pod, the planetary barrier separating the planet from the rest of the universe, including its twin moons. The Horizon Arc project, as expected, slowly comes apart after breaking the fake sky. Everyone luckily manages to escape using the escape pods. Well, everyone except one. Kirsten Wright stayed behind, with her Galleria Stellaria surviving and even making it through the hole, meaning she is the first Terran to grace the freedom and emptiness of space. As Kirsten Wright, pioneer, genius, madwoman, friend, and Terran, enters her presumed final slumber in a modified sarcophagus. She bids goodnight to the universe and her former home of Terra, doomed to drift the emptiness of space for the rest of time.
If, in a century or a millennium, our descendants walk among the stars, the masses will sing her praises.
Okay, but now, what does any of this have to do with Arknights Endfield? Well, I'm glad you asked. There's of course the obvious one. Talos 2 is not Terra, which means that Kirsten's goal of piercing the sky and showing the people of Terra that there is more beyond the fake barrier was achieved. Terrans kept exploring ways to reach for the stars, and even used the Stargate on Terra's northern pole to achieve that, which the ass of writing unreleased events on global, unrealized realities also shows. Her pioneering spirit has persevered. This is also shown in inventions and technological marvels like Dijong and Chiming Station. Terrans didn't just rely on the Stargates to travel, but picked up Kirsten's torch to make the Void part of their domain. Without her and her sacrifice, we wouldn't have the means to go to Talos 2 and explore the planet in the way we do. Her pioneering and inventive spirit carried humanity for literal centuries to come. Well, this is a nice bridge to my second point. One of Arknights Enfield's biggest themes is pioneering, bridging the gaps between civilizations, building factories and exploring this relatively new and unknown world, with all the mystery and danger that it brings. All the things we do in Enfield is not to, keep society secure and safe, but to build and establish one by bringing all of the factions together against a common enemy and with a common goal. Lone Trail and all the other events in the Those Who Take the Future storyline are all about discovery and new advancements in science, with all the social and political consequences it brings with it. We see the fruits of how Kirsten shook up the entire Terran civilization by what she did, bringing everyone together in a shared curiosity instead of giving the Department of Defense their superweapon. Lastly, just look at the designs and aesthetics for this event and everything Rhinelab and tell me it doesn't just scream Enfield Industries. From the overall white metallic aesthetic of the buildings, with bits of raw wiring and other techie bits, to the uniforms of NPCs being office wear with either combats or tech stuff bolted onto them, you can almost believe that Enfield Industries is some kind of descendant of Rhinelab, and to be fair, I would believe it. While Rhinelab has a more NASA core and 60s, 70s, 80s tech in its general vibe, especially with things like computer screens, and a more rounded vibe compared to the more blocky science fiction and digital vibes of Enfield Industries, it's clear that these are meant to be mirrors of one another. Both are places of science and development with hopes of bettering the world. Anyway, I highly recommend you either play through or read through Lone Trail to get a better understanding of the world and motivations behind Arknights Endfield, as the connections are more than just a musical Easter egg for a space event. I also just really love Lone Trail and space in general and need an excuse to talk about it, and the absolute peak that is its story. But what do you think about Lone Trail and its connections to the world of Arknights Endfield? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing or even joining the channel, as I post regular deep dives and reviews into the games that I love.